real quick. All right. I think we're recording, and we are live on Facebook. What's up, everybody? Nice to see everyone again for another edition of Hounds Chat with your host, Justin McCauley. If you haven't watched the previous ones of these, this might not look like previous versions. This weekend, got a nice little shaved the face. It's a new month, so I thought it might be for a new do. So you wanted to look good for our rookie forward, Lukas Fernandes. We'll bring him on in a second, but I wanted to remind you guys that tonight's live stream is brought to you in part by Epic Brokers. Create an Epic partnership while supporting your business insurance needs. Epic delivers global risk management and employee benefit capabilities. Visit them at epicbrokers.com. That's epicbrokers.com. So thank you for them for sponsoring this. So you guys came to see rookie forward Lukas Fernandes. Let's bring him on. Hey, Lukas, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I am good. Finally kind of warm. It's been cold here all week in Pittsburgh, so today was like the first nice day, even though it looks like it's about to rain outside. So I was happy to enjoy the warmth. Where are you quarantining? Are you here in Pittsburgh? Did you go back home? Where are you at?
Yeah. I'm back home in Rochester. I've been there for a bit now with my family, just trying to deal with this, just like everyone else. But yeah, the weather's probably been very similar to Pittsburgh. Not too nice out, but it is what it is, and you just got to keep rolling with it.
So what have you been doing over the last couple? We're on month number 3 of this quarantine and self-isolation. What have you been doing to keep yourself busy or to keep yourself in shape?
I've been training a lot on my own, which can be tough at times. But other than the Zoom team workouts that we've been doing, been going on runs. I've been trying to go to like an open field and get some training in. Trying to do whatever I can to stay in shape.
So talk to me about those Zoom calls. I know you guys have them 3 times a week. Were those weird at first to, be on with your teammates who are, spread across the globe or spread across the country and, 2 countries at this point?
Yeah, at first it was a little strange because you weren't too sure like how everything would work out. But after the first couple workouts, everything's been running like very smoothly. Things have just been they've been good. They've been good so far. I mean, it's tough when you're working out by yourself for a while, but being able to do it in your own space, but feel like everyone is there with you in a way, it's very nice.
Yeah, and it's a strange part for you because some of the other teams in the USL have, they've played a game or 2, and you guys were getting ready to go train, head down to Charlotte for your first game of the season, and then you were told, kind of to put a stop to that and a halt to that. And being a rookie and going through all those camps, that's got to be a little bit different for you guys because you guys, you don't have that game experience. You had all training camp, and while training camp you played a bunch of games. It's a little different than actual live competition that counts for something, especially going through it for the first time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was tough. It was I think it was the day before we were about to travel down to Charlotte. We were told that we had to shut everything down, so it's honestly tough because we were all so ready and so focused on going down and getting a result. But I mean, it is what it is. You gotta just take it and move on and just prepare for the next time we can be back out on the pitch.
And for the guys who, some of the fans who might not know who you are, you're a rookie forward, you're from Temple University. You mentioned you're originally from Rochester, New York. And anyone who's been following the Hounds knows that there's a massive connection with Rochester. So many former players with the Rhinos. Growing up, did you know about the Rhinos? Did you attend any of the games or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I was a huge Rhinos supporter back in the day. Growing up, that was a place to be. Their games would sell out almost all the time when they were winning the league, and they won the Open Cup the year I was born, actually. So in '98. So to see them just kind of where they're at now is a bit sad, but hopefully they can figure things out and become a big club again.
Did you happen to know any of the players or get a chance to like maybe train some of the players as you were coming up through, the Rochester like high school ranks or youth ranks? Did you get to interact with whether Tony Walls or Gennaro Forbes or even head coach Bob Lee?
Unfortunately, no. I wasn't really able to train with any of the guys or anything like that. But I would watch the games. Kenny was like a huge star. Just people knew his name around town, even when the team wasn't that popular and they weren't getting that many fans, but he was known around town. So being able to play with him now is pretty cool.
So, you played, and then you went off to college and played 4 years after your success up in Rochester, New York. Talk about, your decision to come down to, the east side of PA and your collegiate years.
Yeah, so I was looking at a few schools outside of New York. I wasn't really too fond in staying up in New York where it's really cold all the time. So I decided to come to Philly and play at Temple, which was probably the best decision I could have made because I met so many great people here who have helped me many different ways to grow as a person, as a player, and as a student. I was an exercise and sports science major here, and it was a great 4 years.
Yeah. So, and congratulations, by the way. I saw you post on your Instagram the other day, your cap and gown with the student athlete sash. So congratulations on graduating. That major is no joke. One of my best friends went through that in college, and I have some friends who went through that. So all that bio and chemistry and stuff like that, that is way above my head. We just went to school to talk. So props to, congratulating. And on top of that, having a full-time job and being an athlete.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
So I have some questions. Let's jump in. Some people, ask questions. I asked them to send them in through, Twitter and Instagram. So we have some questions. Our first one's from our play-by-play guy, Matt Geica. He wanted to know what attracted you to the Hounds.
So I followed the Hounds a little bit towards the end of the season. Once my season was slowing down a little bit, wasn't really slowing down. It was getting towards the end, pretty much. And I saw how well the Hounds were doing, and I think it was a week after my season had ended. I got an email from Dan Visser inviting me to come to a invitational trial, and I was, extremely excited once I saw that. And as soon as that happened, I called my parents and I told them, I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to Pittsburgh." I was not going to let that opportunity go away, knowing obviously Bob's success and the success of the team the past couple of years. So it was a great opportunity to go showcase my skills and everything I had. So luckily everything worked out, and now I'm here as a player.
So when you got into like your, you had a breakout junior season and it really followed up with a great senior season at Temple, was playing at the next level. Was that something that you had a lot of interest in? Is it something you were just kind of gauging? Where did you stand alongside the whole professional, soccer after college?
Yeah, no, that's it's always been a dream of mine. I've always wanted to be a professional soccer player as long as I can remember. It's kind of something that's always been in my like I said, it's always been a dream. So I've even when I wasn't, having the season or the career I kind of wanted when I first started at Temple, it never left my my head. I always wanted to be a pro. So to make that happen, it's obviously a dream come true, and I'm just excited to get that career started.
So we got some more questions. I think this one will date farther back to high school days from John E. Mahoney. He said, in high school, your celebrations for goals, yours or your teammates, were always so animated and excited. Now, as an old man, laughing emoji, do you still show that much love and passion in your celebrations? And that was responded by CCCSD Athletics. We will never forget your jump in the crowd selfie celebration after one of your goals here at the stadium. So as an old man now at the ripe age of 22, a fresh graduate, do you still have that much love and passion for your celebrations?
Absolutely. I don't know, those who are watching remember my celebrations in high school. I would kind of just run around like I was a chicken with my head cut off. Just no matter who scored, I was always there just celebrating with them because I was always so excited. But yeah, no, it's kind of the same. It's something that I don't think will go away. I mean, I think I started to learn my lesson the older I got because I'd get kind of exhausted after I'd celebrate. So sometimes I'll tone it down, but most of the time I'm ready to just run because I'm excited.
So are we talking like backflips or front flips
No,
or anything like crazy gymnastic wise? Like what are we talking crazy?
No, I can't do anything like that. I just run, honestly. It's kind of it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I like to run wherever the fans are or like my teammates. So one game against Duquesne, in Duquesne actually, I scored a goal late in the game to tie it, and it was not the best goal, I'll be honest. It was kind of like a shank cross that somehow ended up into the goal. And I ran across the whole field because I was just so excited just to run to my teammates. And yeah, so I think I kind of just black out a little bit and just do whatever for about 15 to 30 seconds, and whatever happens, happens.
Do you have any plans for the first, professional? I know you scored in preseason and actually led the Hounds in scoring in the preseason, but do you have anything for that first goal, during the regular season?
Not yet. I mean, I don't really plan my celebrations. I think they just happen naturally, whatever comes to mind. But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for the first one, and we'll just keep them coming after that.
So another one from your high school soccer Twitter was, what was your favorite high school soccer memory?
That's a good question. I've had a lot of great memories there. My freshman year, I think I scored my first goal in a game. I think I scored 2 goals that game as well. That was a great memory, scoring the first goal. I think I scored my freshman year also from almost half field, just almost a buzzer beater. I just shot it when the time was running out. I think we won that game 2-0, which was pretty cool. My senior night, I scored a hat trick, which was pretty awesome. Yeah, a lot of good memories.
I mean, a hat trick on your senior night. When you shoot from half midfield and it goes in, I think you can pretty much do whatever you want in your celebration because you actually might black out in those moments. So your high school
I think I did about 3. I think after that goal, I did about 3 or 4 celebrations. And one of my coaches, I think he was a JV soccer coach at the time, and he's a good buddy of mine. He told me to pick just one celebration from now on. I was like, fair enough.
Just getting all of them, getting the fist bump, the Beckham. You're just getting everything thrown in at one. Hey, you score from midfield. That's all bets are off. So they asked another question. They asked, what advice would you give our current student athletes? So for those who don't know, I've been saying CCCSD. Lucas went to Churchville, Chile. So their Twitter account asked, what advice would you give their current student athletes in the area of dedication, hard work, and achieving their goals?
Oh, the biggest thing for me is never give up on your dreams. No matter what's going on, if you have a goal, if you have a dream, you always have to push yourself as hard as you can, and you'll get there for sure. No matter what it is, if it's achieving a good grade, if you want to play at the next level, if you want to make a certain team, no matter what you're doing, you always just put your head down and push yourself forward and work hard, and you'll achieve whatever you want.
All right. So do you have so another one, this one sent from Twitter is sent from Luis Caruso. What is your favorite game day breakfast if you eat breakfast? And which cleat do you put on first, your right or your left?
Game day breakfast. That's a good question. I like oatmeal. The past like year and a half, I got really big into oatmeal with bananas and peanut butter before practice and games. It's pretty good. And I like making like egg sandwiches as well with a little bit of hot sauce.
Ooh.
It's pretty good. And for the shoe, I think I put my left foot first. I'm not too positive. I don't really think about it. It kind of just happens.
Is it the same one every time? Or is it just whatever one you grab?
I think I go left foot first. I know for a fact, like with my socks and my shin guards, I always go like left, then right. So I'll put my left sock on, then my right sock, then my left shin guard, right shin guard.
Okay. You're right-handed, or are you left-handed?
Yeah, I'm right-handed and right-footed. Yeah.
Okay, so for those who don't know, you talked about cooking a little bit. You're big into the work, making food creations in the kitchen and cooking, correct?
Yeah. Both my parents are really good cooks. My dad, he owns a pizza restaurant in Rochester, so he's been cooking for as long as I can remember. Obviously, as a job, And they've taught me how to cook, and ever since I came to college, I started cooking on my own and experimenting with different things. So yeah, I love cooking, love being in the kitchen.
So now that you're back home, are you still cooking? Do you still make food for yourself, or do you let your parents do that?
I think it's up to them now. It's their turn. They love cooking for me anyway, so it's good. But no, I should probably cook them up a nice meal every now and then. They deserve it.
Absolutely, I agree. And when we talked in the preseason, you mentioned that your dad owned a pizza restaurant and you were looking for some pizza shops, and we got a ton of suggestions of Pittsburgh pizza all around. Did you get a chance to try any Pittsburgh pizza yet?
Unfortunately, I didn't. It kind of all was happening once this quarantine was starting, so I was waiting to find a good day to go get some pizza. With training and stuff before a game, I was trying to stay as healthy as possible, the season coming up. But once everything hit, it was kind of tough. I wasn't able to reach out and get a nice pie somewhere, but I'm looking forward to it once I get back.
So your dad owns a restaurant up in Rochester. I have to ask, are they still operating? Are they delivering? Are they still working?
Yeah. They've been working, honestly, a whole lot during this quarantine, and it's pretty amazing to see both my parents, my mom and my dad, working there almost every single day. So yeah, they still do takeout, or not takeout. Yeah, takeout and deliver, not carry out there. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm happy for them. Happy they're safe and everything's going well.
So if you're in the Rochester area, what do you want to shout out the restaurant name to go get some good pie?
Salvatore's. Yeah, Salvatore's Old Fashioned Pizzeria.
All right. So I definitely want pizza now. And that was the topic of our top 5 of this week. Every week I try to ask, whoever's on a question about the top 5. Last week we had superheroes. I know that your family owns pizza. So I asked you what your top 5 ultimate pizza toppings were. And so this is what so I will just get this. This is what you came back with me. You can see that, right? The top 5 screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went with cheese.
I had to put cheese.
Yeah,
I had to put cheese on there because working at a pizza restaurant, I had to make pizza where people didn't want cheese on it. So I felt like that was a necessary topping that I had to include, because cheese is. I honestly love cheese so much, but it's not the best for you. So I've been trying to cut back on it a little bit, but cheese on a pizza is an absolute must. I can't argue that even more.
Absolutely. I actually don't. I agree with your list. I would switch maybe bacon out for maybe like sausage or maybe some green pepper. But I completely agree with your list. But I'm pretty basic when it comes to like making a pie. I don't know. Do you get like the meat lovers? Do you go just all in on toppings, or do you try to keep it like simple?
I try to keep it simple. My dad's restaurant has this pizza called Chicken Charlie, where it's the base is blue cheese, and then we get chicken fingers and cut them up, place them all over the pizza, top it with mozzarella cheese. First we sauce it, so you can sauce it with either buffalo sauce or it's like a sweet country, like sweet and sour sauce. And personally, I prefer the sweet country sauce. And then you top it with cheese, throw it in the oven, and then put even more sauce on top, and it's phenomenal. It's got to be like the best pizza I've had.
Ooh, that sounds good. That definitely sounds good. So I do have to ask, when it comes to toppings, which is like probably the biggest hot button issue you can have with pizza toppings, is pineapple. Does it belong on pizza?
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, to each his own. I've never gone out of my way to order pizza with pineapple on it, but people buy it, so I'm going to support it and say like it should be on pizza because we make those pizzas at the store. So if it sells, I can't say no.
What does your dad think? As you know,
I think he's got the same mindset as me. If people want it, they want it. You can't say no to the people.
Okay. Yeah, it's a huge Twitter issue, huge back and forth. Some people think it belongs on it, some people don't. I'm not a big pineapple. I'm with you. I'm not a big pineapple fan, so I will eat it separately with the fruits. Just leave my pies be. So let's dive. We got some more questions for you, Lucas. This one comes from Frank Siliberto. Do you have any nicknames?
I do. So my friends from high school, they call me Nandy and Fernandez. So Fernandez is my last name, obviously, and then Nandy is kind of in there somewhere. It's just the middle bit of my last name. And then my old college coach would call me Lukey on the field, and I always thought that was like a little cringe, but it kind of stuck. So everyone on my team called me Lukey for a bit, and they still do to this day.
Has Bob given you a nickname yet?
He hasn't. No. I mean, I won't be surprised if it's a little worse than Lukey, but
It's probably
make me a little more embarrassed.
If there's no nickname yet, probably a good thing. But you haven't spent as much time as you should with each other yet. Hopefully that happens soon. What is from Walshy 54? What is your favorite Premier League team?
See, I'm a bit controversial. I don't have a favorite club, but both my parents are from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. So I'm a huge Brazilian football supporter, and I tend to just go with the team who has more Brazilian players on it. So I think right now, I know for a bit City had quite a lot. I think they might still have the most. I'm not too sure. So I probably have to go with City on that. Okay,
so you more like a Neymar then? You follow more like Neymar and individual players across the country or the world?
Yeah. So I tend to watch just as much football as I can, and wherever that is, Premier League, the La Liga, League One, Bundesliga, and just follow every single team and just enjoy it. I don't want to. Maybe I'll get a team eventually, but I was thinking about that today actually. Maybe I should just get a team and pick whoever.
I mean, there's a lot to choose from. I feel like you could pick one from every league. That's what I would do. I would say just to cover all your bases, because it's hard to be like you just want to lock in on whether it's Chelsea or Man U or Liverpool, or you could do PSG or Barca, and then like the Italy leagues are popping up, with Ronaldo out there. So There's too much for me. There's too many options. It's like pizza. Too many options. Let's just keep it simple. So Pittsburgh Andy wants to know, what kind of player were you at 9 years old, and what would you tell your 9-year-old self?
Oof. So when I was 9, I actually had it's kind of embarrassing, but I had like buck teeth, like bad buck teeth. And back then, that's when the Brazilian Ronaldo was playing, and he was my favorite player by far. And I wore number 9 because of him, so I would try to model my play after him. So I guess that's kind of the player I was, but I wasn't a big fan of defending, and now, playing at the next level, at the highest level, you figure out no matter where you are on the field, you have to defend, and it's just a huge part of the game. So if I were to tell something to my 9-year-old self, it would be to work just as hard on offense as you do on defense, or other way around. Work just as hard on defense as you do on offense.
Defense creates offense, some say. So Warren Agostoni wants to know, do you like dogs?
Oh, I love dogs. Huge dog guy. Huge dog guy. I got 2 dogs back home, Lunny and Lucky, and yeah, they're awesome.
What kind are they?
Luna is a Maltipoo, and Lucky is a Bichon Frise.
Okay. So this one's from Blaziek. Sorry if I said that one wrong. But they want to know, do you think after making it to the USL, you can finally say mission accomplished?
I wouldn't say that yet. Obviously, it's a huge dream of mine to finally say I'm a pro soccer player. But my goal is to just keep growing, keep improving. So, maybe once I win a championship or something, I'll say mission accomplished.
Okay. So we got some more questions. Matthew Trepanere. Sorry for absolutely butchering probably all these names. Who's your favorite Willie boy?
Oh, that's my college roommate right there asking who my favorite Willie boy is. The Willie boys, that's kind of everyone who lived in our house. We lived on a street called Willington. So we nicknamed ourselves the Willie boys. Man, that's a tough question. I probably have to go with my day one roommate from my dorm days and say Nick Sarver. But they're all up there.
Okay. So living in Philly for 4 years, did you find the ultimate Philly cheesesteak place to eat?
I did. Absolutely. It's up to no debate. I honestly have huge, like, every single time people bring up cheesesteaks, I always have a debate with them no matter what, because I feel like the one I found is by far the best I've ever had. And there's other big name ones which have like big brands around them. You got Pat's and Geno's who are huge, but I gotta say Joe's. I don't know if there's people from Philly watching, but Joe's steaks is my absolute favorite.
Okay, I heard Pittsburgh gives, there's some spots in Pittsburgh they give their run for their money, repping the west side over here. So you might have to check those out. I heard Philly cheesesteaks now aren't localized to Philly anymore.
No. You can find them all over the place. That's the best part about them.
So, is no questions. Oh, Matthew also says pineapple and pizza is the best. And I think he disagrees with your answer.
I know. I think he's probably going to be upset with me for a bit after that.
So, I mean, I want to know, going through, it was such a whirlwind the first, part of 2020, going from graduating college and, while you were training, were you done with school? Did you finish school a semester early, or were you still taking classes while you were in preseason?
Yeah. I graduated school a semester early. So my coach at Temple for my last 2 years was Brian Rowland, and as soon as he came, we kind of started speaking about the opportunities of playing after school was finished, and he told me that uh, the best way to put myself in the best position would be to graduate a semester early, because that's when all the draft and all the camps start up is the beginning of the year. So as soon as he told me that, did everything I could with taking courses online over the summer, doing internships online or not online over the summer, and just putting myself in the best position to achieve that goal of graduating early. And I was lucky enough to do so.
So with your, post-professional career is, what is your ultimate goal, with the degree that you got? Do you want to go to PT school, Cairo school? Do you want to be an athletic trainer? Do you have any idea yet of what you would do post-professional soccer?
Yeah, I mean, I've always had an interest in playing or staying involved in soccer once I'm done playing, whether that be coaching or, working the strength and conditioning area with soccer-specific athletes. But honestly, the past couple weeks, I've really been thinking about chiropractic school and stuff. So maybe once I'm done playing and do soccer coaching for a little bit, maybe I could see myself back in chiropractic school, but who knows?
Yeah, it's such a wide variety of opportunities, possibilities there. But I also wanted to get your opinion on, you saw, this past couple of days, you saw some of the MLS squads, getting back together and training. You saw the USL came out and said that small group training is going to be happening soon. I wanted to get your thoughts on just the fact that, maybe you guys will be allowed to, see your teammates in person instead of just on Zoom calls.
Yeah, no, we're definitely all excited to get back and see each other and train together, whether that be from just 4 of us spread across the pitch, or if it's all of us back together, it'd be best case scenario. But yeah, we're ready, we're excited, and can't wait to get back out there.
Okay, and I want to thank you so much for joining me. Now I'm really hungry. Now I feel like I need to go make some pizza.
Me too.
You had me started, or whether it's Philly cheesesteaks and pizza, all this food talk. Every time I talk to you, I feel like I leave hungry. But so thank you so much for joining me. And I want some of your dad's pizza, so now I need to make a road trip up to Rochester to get some of your.
Maybe when I come back, I'll bring a bunch of pizzas to Pittsburgh. Everyone can try.
That would be. I'll be excited for that. But I want to shout everyone out. Thank you so much. It's been National Teachers Week and National Nurses Week. So is there a nurse or a teacher you would like to shout out, Lucas?
Ooh, yeah, I mean, all the nurses, shout out to all the nurses, all the teachers as well. I've had so many great teachers throughout my schooling, yeah. My first grade teacher, Miss Story, she's awesome. She's always supported me, even when I was a young boy until now. She's always been there, just supporting me, which has been awesome. And yeah, she's the best.
Yeah, we think both, teachers are super important. And I think everyone kind of finally has a realization how important they are, especially with everyone having to teach their kids at home now. And, the nurses and the doctors and all the frontline workers were putting their life on the line. The Riverhounds, we thank you so much for doing that. And Lucas, final words, anyone else you want to shout out? Anything else you want to tell the fans?
Yeah, I guess I'll shout out to my Willie boys, my roommates. Shout out to my friends Luke and Frank. I know I got a couple other friends watching. Shout out to you guys. Pat, I know Pat's watching. Tyler maybe's watching. I don't know. But yeah, I'm super excited to get back. I'm so eager to play my first game, represent the Riverhounds, and I'm just ready to get this on the roll, get this rookie season going, and let's see where we can end up. And hopefully that's in the championship.
So I thank you again for joining me, Lucas. And again, tonight's live stream was brought to you in part by Epic Brokers. Create an epic partnership while supporting your business insurance needs. Epic delivers global risk management and employee benefit capabilities. Visit them at epicbrokers.com. That is epicbrokers.com. Thank you, Lucas, for joining me up in Rochester. If you haven't eaten dinner, you should probably go eat dinner. Maybe cook your parents some food. I know that's what I'm going to be doing. And thank you, fans, for joining us again for our Hounds chat. Stay tuned for this weekend. I will be talking with Lucas's trainer, Bob Smith, and so check out for that interview coming this weekend. So thank you, Lucas, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Let's go Hounds.
Appreciate it.